Your eyes ain't fooling you. I am back watching movies. What's the last movie I watched? Was it Harry Potter? I think it was Harry Potter. But anyway, which I'm always down to finishing that series if y'all are interested. I didn't see much interest in it, so I kind of blew past it. But if you're interested in me finishing the series, we did the first one. We got Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Globe of the Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows 1 and 2. We got 7 more if y'all want me to finish the series. But I'm a big Hunger Games fan. I have seen all of them up to this one. I was really excited about this one coming out, but I didn't go to the theaters to see it. I don't know why. I think I was working, or I don't know why I didn't go see it. And I actually think it's still in theaters in certain places. But either way, I've seen the first 4, excuse me. Big fans. If I had to pick which one was my favorite, might be cliche, but I think I'm going Catching Fire. I think Catching Fire was the perfect sequel to the first one. And I just don't feel like the Mockingjay part 1 and 2. I don't know. I didn't feel the same way that I felt after watching Catching Fire. Catching Fire, I was so excited going into it. It met my expectations. The cliffhanger at the end, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the greatest thing. And then the second 2 was kind of like, so. But overall, I do know that The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, is a prequel to the original series. So I'm really excited to see what it's all about. I've never read any of the books. Well, I'm lying. I've read certain parts of all the first 4 books, but I never read the whole thing for whatever reason. It's weird. I don't know why I did it that way. Like, I actually know the details, probably more, like a lot of the details that aren't in the films of the first 4 movies. I actually know, like, the story of Haymitch and how he won his games and why he hates snow. I kind of knew about the other district before they introduced them in the Mockingjay. I knew, just a lot of the details that aren't in the films, I kind of knew. But this, I know nothing. If there is a book to this, I've never read it. So I'm excited. We don't get the great acting of Jennifer Lawrence in this, which hurts my heart because I feel like Hunger Games is kind of what made Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, let me know if I'm completely off in that. But like, it was like her acting, everything about the original series is perfection. And so I just hope that this prequel lives up to it. That's all I hope. That's all I hope and pray for. But we'll see. So enough rambling. All right. I want to watch this. So we're going to watch it. Let's go. Oh, we are starting dark.
Why is he doing that? He's starving.
Oh, we starting with cannibalism? Jesus.
Die in 2 minutes like they did last year and the year before.
Your role is to turn these children into spectacles, Miss Crane, not survivors. Victory in the games is only one of our.
This is one of the sickest worlds.
Our future rests
and it's so crazy because there's so many real life parallels.
Anyone caught
Jesus.
To give their tributes an unfair advantage? We'll just have no future at all. Oh, here we go. Let the reaping ceremony begin.
Oh, oh. What the?
My daughter. Help her!
Woo!
Help her!
I like her already. Oh!
That's enough. Leave her be.
You can't take much saying. You can't take much talking. You can kiss my
Mic drop. Oh, and then she bowed. Oh, shit. Oh, it's about to get real. I don't know how to whistle, but.
Oh, she's mentally ill.
I love her. She gonna win this.
Hi.
I'm just here to help you.
Why does a rainbow girl here get special treatment? Why aren't I Mender's here?
Maybe you'll get one if you knew how to say the damn word. What the hell is a mender? She keeps saying mender. Oh. Oh,
Oh, ow, ouch. Well, we'll give them a chance to stand up and catch their breath. I'm jealous of that entrance. I'm Lucretius, but now you're District 12.
But y'all, I had to take a quick shower and let my computer update. So that's the abrupt clothing change. But we getting back into it. So I really like how they're setting this up so far in regards to the relationship that Snow and Gray is gonna have. Her attitude, his attitude. It is Haymitch-like, not to the same degree, of course, because I do see some sort of romantic situation probably going to develop somewhere around, but I like the direction that we're going. Already, just from a production point of view, you could really see. Just you could tell, like, it's so funny, like, because I actually watched a couple of reactions from other people who watched the Hunger Games, and everybody talks about the drastic, huge, just development in production, like the camera, the makeup, the settings, the environments between the first film and Catching Fire, and then of course Mockingjay 1 and 2.
I'm not actually from 12. My people are Covey. We're like a family. We're musicians by trade, and we travel from place to place as the fancy takes us. At least, we used to, before the peacekeepers rounded us up.
I see. But now you're District 12.
If you say so.
Yes. Your address is far from gray and seems to be a big hit with the children.
Oh, it is. Well, the Covey love color, me more so than most, but this dress was my mama's, so it's extra special to me.
And she's in District 12?
Well, only her bones, darling, only her pearly white bones.
Just like us. That's why nobody wants to watch the games. It's because people know, deep down, that winning a war 10 years ago doesn't justify starving people's children, taking away their freedoms, their rights.
Down in the cage it will. Down in the cage. But that it.
On stage.
You're good at games. Maybe one day you'll be a game maker like me.
If the games continue at all.
Oh, they'll continue. With performances like young Mr. Snow's in that zoo. And I came here to ask your star mentor a question.
Perhaps the capital students are ill-suited to be mentoring tributes. Perhaps.
Oh, I got a bad feeling he's gonna die, but Viola Davis is killing us, as always. I've never seen Viola Davis
is onto something here. Maybe we should
not
be viewing
perform.
those tributes as human beings. When you saw those kids in the zoo, they just wanted to get to know Lucy Gray. If we need people to watch, we should be letting them get closer to the tributes before the games, to make the stakes personal
Who will watch the games if they care what happens to the tributes?
Everyone. If they thought the tribute they cared about had a chance of winning.
Quite the rebel. I am.
Bad news.
I love these two, but he's gonna die. I just know it. I hate to speak that into the universe, but I just feel it in my bones.
Marcus!
He's a little too outspoken.
Hey.
Not
It's
quite
me.
calculated as
Marcus,
Snow.
look. Here, I got some food for you. Here. Come on. Marcus.
Corlina Snow. Sure would have been nice to meet you under different circumstances.
One of your shows, maybe.
Yeah. We could have had a drink, dance or two. Like we had all the time in the world.
It's okay. Hold on. Look at me. Hold on. It's okay. I'll get help.
I ain't even mad. Oh!
Let's go. Oh, no. It's starting again.
And with it, so please, Miss Dovecoat.
Oh, I love her! I love her! Yeah, if that's your work, go get it, Miss Dovecoat.
My little predators are perfect.
Yeah.
Those they can trust. So if they're used to your
Yeah.
handle their food.
Go get your paper, baby.
Sweat
You wrote it.
on a page.
Mm-hmm.
They'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
A new scent, however,
They gonna tear your ass up.
you'd be on your own, little girl. Retrieve it.
Clemmy.
I don't know if I can watch.
You asked about the colors, Miss Deathcoat. I want my enemies to see a rainbow of destruction engulfing the world. I'm not above using spectacle to create a little terror. A strategy your classmate here articulated very well in his proposal. They're good, your suggestions.
It's sooner than later that I'm 6 feet under. It's sooner than later that you'll be alone. So who will you turn to tomorrow, I wonder? When the bell rings, lover, you run home. I am the one who you let see you weeping. I know the soul that you struggle to save. Too bad I'm the best that you lost in the reaping. Now what will you do when I go to my grave?
Ding, 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 look at that! Record high for...
It's okay. It's okay.
Is she gonna do it or is she gonna do something stupid?
Promise. Back to the Gavi, okay?
And can she really escape? He said she could escape. Ooh. Damn, why you curve her like that? She love you.
Is this real? Just tell me if I'm gonna risk everything. That song.
That song was payback, that's all. My old boyfriend Billy Tope, he was cheating on me with the mayor's daughter.
The girl from the Reap.
Yeah, she got crazy jealous. She had her pa read my name up on that stage, and now everyone will know what they did to me.
I love how they tried to give this a retro look and it still kind of looks modern but yet amazing. I mean, it does have a pretty good retro look, but it's like
I'm Lucretius.
it's still
Lucky Flickerman.
better than
A man
stuff
who
looks
needs no
today.
introduction. Weatherman, amateur magician, and today, I'm honored to say, first ever host of the Hunger Games. In my hand an envelope, sealed, my prediction, the winner to be opened by me upon the big show's end. Whoa, whoa. They're here. We're getting more. All right, we're about to start. We're starting, everyone. We're starting. Happy Hunger Games. Happy Hunger Games. Remember, when your tribute dies, get out of here.
When your tribute dies, get out of here.
Enjoy the show.
Jeez.
The show.
I mean, this is so sick. God, please don't show this little girl die. Please. Please. Holy I think I know about this girl. Oh my gosh. If that little girl is the girl I'm thinking. I think she has What did you just say? I'm talking too much. Go in the stands. Go in the stands.
What are you doing? Run.
Go in the stands. I love this camera. I love this camera. I love this. Ooh! I love this camera. I love this. Ooh!
Squeezing out some drizzle, and finally.
So, real quick, for one, I can't believe they're really doing a weather forecast in the middle of this. But this is really, again, and you almost shouldn't even compare it to the original series in regards to action and all of that good stuff. But I feel like this one was a little bit more graphic. Not to the same degree. Because, as we all know, once you get the Mockingjay, part 1 and 2, that's really graphic. That really shows. But again, it's adults. This is still kids. And then when you remember the first Hunger Games, the fact that they really didn't show you a lot. At least like in the initial, like in the first Hunger Games, when they first jump off their pods, you remember the sound goes out and you kind of just see a lot of gruesome stuff, but like you see the act of certain things, but you don't really see it. This, like, they showed a pitchfork going in to one of these kids. Like they showed a lot. I love the camera work in the action scene just now. That was really good. A lot of small details I really like and appreciate in this. Still a bit slow, but I like the direction we're going.
So, ask yourself, how much do you care if she lives now?
Can we kill him? We know he's an alcoholic. Can we put some to Ooh, is that what starts the alcohol? So you know, Snow killed a lot of people through alcohol, putting toxins in their drink. Uh-oh, we gonna put something in the drink? We gonna put something in the drink? We gonna start wearing roses?
I didn't do anything, Jessica. Are you okay?
So, what I like about Viola Davis is Game Maker, and something I'm really noticing about her whole the dynamic of her character. Like everybody else in the Capitol, she doesn't want to be embarrassed, right? But it's almost like it's very selfish. Like, it's really just her. I don't really think she cares about the quote unquote reputation of the Capitol. Like, she doesn't care if the Capitol looks. I'm really trying to gauge her and like her, like what. Again, she doesn't want to be embarrassed, but she doesn't care if the Capitol looks weak. And again, she's a representation of the Capitol. And of course, she's like, okay, you know, if this happens, you know, the revolution will start and will look weak, da-da-da. But again, it seems like it's more a her point, not really the Capitol. But I could be completely wrong. Now, again, I feel like I have an idea of what he's about to do, but I could be completely wrong. So let's see.
Stripped away in the blink of an eye, leaving a boy with a club who beats another boy to death to stay alive. You want to protect people, Mr. Snow, to govern them like your father, then it's essential you accept what human beings are and what it takes to control them.
Lucy, what is he doing?
Something's wrong. He wouldn't turn on her like this.
Just going after Lucy
Go to
Gray.
the stands, go to the stands.
Stop running! What did you do to me?
Both tributes from District 12. The same district. Folding in on itself.
Wait, look. The foam. I think it's rabies.
That bite from that train.
Send him water.
Wait, what?
You remember the posters in the war? Rabies, it makes you afraid of water. Send him a drone.
Scare him.
Yes. Away from her. Jesper's done. Listen, you're the only one that can get it right to him.
Miss Vickers going for her community pad early.
Thank you.
Sending a drone.
Nothing to be proud of.
Please.
What's wrong with me? What did you do to me?
Oh!
You're useless.
I wish we had a camera inside.
Yo, this is really graphic. I didn't think they was gonna get back to this graphic because of the kids. This is graphic.
Hey. You really think you deserve that water now, Tanner?
Uh-oh.
Look, you just said, watch the beam.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh.
Right here in the old there before.
Gosh, you can still see the snakes kind of like
Thing is left
coming up around her.
anymore.
Dr. Gall, please. Get her out.
Get her out!
I don't think she cares. I'm still sticking by my theory. I don't think she cares.
Who will watch the games if there's no victor?
Get around.
Oh!
She's won! Lucy Gray!
No doubt that this man, Arlo Chance, is guilty. So watch, all of you. This is what happens when you challenge the Capitol's rule of law. He's innocent! Go, Newt! Run, Newt!
Oh, and then they got the jabbers. Oh, jeez.
What were you thinking back there?
She didn't do anything, Corey.
I didn't have a choice.
That little girl, Dill.
I know.
I thought it'd be one of the others, maybe
Hey.
Coral.
You are not a killer, Lucy Gray.
Yes, I am. Both of us are now.
You're safe.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, remember the first time he hesitated?
Your peacekeeper friends, living out by a lake, I mean, would you still feel a need for the capital even then? Did you just pick this? Yep. Thank you.
Oh, the braid. Oh, the braid. The Katniss braid.
Early for what?
You eat the roots. Pretty little thing.
So that Katniss braid is like deep rooted in District 12. Like,
I think Katniss has a much nicer ring, don't you? Hey, grab the rod, Cece.
excuse me?
At home. Armin. You eat the roots. Pretty little thing, but it's determined. Some people call it swamp potato. But I think Katniss has a much nicer ring, don't you?
What if they catch you bringing this woman off base?
It's worth the risk to do the right thing.
For you, your father will just buy your way out of it like he always does, while I'll be hung just for knowing you. Please, don't make me rescue you again.
I don't need you to rescue me.
I really want them to fight. I really want them to fight. Instead of this, what Snow's doing right now, just fight. Just fucking fight.
Just do.
You saw what he did.
Mayor's daughter, son.
What did you just do?
You weren't a rebel before. You are now.
Quiet, Billy Tope.
All right.
I know that's right. Shoot him too.
You think this was us? You reckon you just gonna walk out of here free? Tell me something, maybe.
I said pipe down.
Cause surprise coming, Capital Boy. If I wanna swing for this, you swing with me.
Oh,
I didn't trust him anyway.
Look at me, look at me, look at me.
everybody just take a deep breath.
You're gonna sing. You're gonna sing like nothing is wrong, and I'm gonna find us a way out of this, okay? Okay?
Sejanus.
Go.
Sejanus.
Get rid of these guns. Go. Go, Spruce, go.
It was supposed to be like this. Nobody was supposed to get hurt.
Who wants? Shut up.
Oh my God.
All of this is your fault. It's only gonna get worse if you don't pull yourself together. If you breathe a word now, both of us, we're finished. So we go back out there and we act like nothing is wrong.
I don't know.
Hey.
They got her. Sejanus.
Corey.
Corey. Corey.
The Capitol has received word via Jabberjay that these two men conspired to break into our basis jail and flee north. To release this terrorist from captivity. I'd expect this of a rebel, but not from one of our own. This is treason, plain and simple. Play the recording!
The leader, Spruce, he wants to get his sister Lil out of jail on base. Hoff is going to execute her just because she knows the man that they killed. It's wrong. I'm gonna help them get it.
Janice.
Three's enough for me. I'm gonna make a walking stick. You want one?
You killed 3? Who's the third?
What?
The person you killed, Coriolanus. He said you killed 3 people. I only know about 2. Do not lie to me.
Can you help me get this
There
out?
was Bobbin in the arena in Mayfair. And who's the third?
My old self. I killed him so I could come with you. Why don't we stop here at the cabin, right out the storm?
We should really keep going.
We're gonna need food, Lucy.
Found the guns.
What is it?
You wouldn't tell anyone?
Of course not. I'm just gonna go dig up some catnip. There's a good patch down by the lake.
Thought it was too early for that.
The world changes awful fast.
Lucy Gray. It's still raining.
Well, I'm not made out of sugar.
Are you hiding from me? Lucy. Is that poisonous? Are you trying to kill me? Lucy Gray? Lucy Gray! I said, are you trying to kill me? After everything I've done for
Lucy Gray, I said... Shut up!
Another year of the games. People watched, and I have you to thank for that. But before I take you under my wing, after everything you've seen out there in the real world, let me ask you one final time. What are the Hunger Games for?
I used to think that the Hunger Games were punishment for the districts. Then I thought they served as a warning to us here in the capital about the threat the districts posed. Now I know the whole world is an arena. And we need the Hunger Games. Every year. To remind us all who we truly are.
And who are you, do you determine?
The victor.
Welcome home, Mr. Snow.
Oh, that's great. That's good. That is really freaking good. Oh, man.
I expect it made us both sad.
My contacts inform me that she's disappeared. That the mayor might have killed her out there, but there's no proof. It's a mystery. And mysteries have a way of driving people mad. Look at you. Heir to the plinth fortune, nothing in your way.
Snow lands on top.
And can I just say, I understand what that scene was supposed to be, you know, make him have a heart in some way. No, I still don't like him. But he's such a great actor. He's one of the greatest actors of all time. I shouldn't have stopped it right there. I got a feeling it's about to end. We did kill him. Peace.
It's the things we love most that destroy us.
So we officially finished the Hunger Games, Songbirds and Snakes. And okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it. I got Catching Fire at a 9. I don't think it was that. I'm gonna give it a 8.5. It was really, really good. You know, the storytelling of it all was phenomenal. The writing was phenomenal. The action, it wasn't as action packed as, you know, you probably would think. but honestly, it's a prequel, and they really wanted to give it that retro feel. Like this is only the 10th annual Hunger Games, and of course the technology. Of course, Beatty wasn't around at this time to, spice up the Capitol with his creative mind. So it really showed the early days of Panem, and the structure of it all at that time. And I think they did a really good job of that. There were so many different storylines, so many different parts. I took a bit of notes, and hopefully I can organize my thoughts in a precise way. I'm sure I'll say something stupid or mess something up, but this was overall a great film. I enjoyed it. And let's kind of start with the main character, and we'll work our way down. Let's start with Snow. We finally get some background on the really complex nature of Snow, and why he is the way that he is. And I always appreciate those type of stories. I wish Harry Potter had, you kind of find out about Voldemort throughout the series, but through Harry and through other people's vision. I wish we could get like a real Voldemort story. You know what I mean? Not that it in any way absolves him from who he is and what he's done, but I really just like getting the background of the villain. I always think, I think that's why the Joker film that came out in 2019 is what it was, and why a lot of people empathize with the Joker, because you saw his story and why he became what he became. So as y'all saw, I was rooting for Snow in this. Again, knowing who he is, knowing how terrible he is, all the terrible things he's done, I was rooting for Snow in this. And I kind of feel like that wasn't, I won't say that wasn't the point, but I feel like that was, you know what I mean, the writer's objective. It was to give you, just, again, not for you to empathize, but just to say, look, this guy, at one point, he was a pretty good guy. He tried to be. And that's kind of where we'll start when it comes to Snow. We really get into his fight for power. We notice a lot of quotes that he said throughout the film. He said, when he killed the kid in the games, and he went back and he talked to his cousin and he said, look, I kind of liked it. That power that I had killing that guy, I enjoyed it. So we get a glimpse of Snow kind of like killing. Like there was some fascination about it that he really just enjoyed. I think even with the other kids in the Hunger Games, granted his objective was just to save Lucy, but you really didn't see him like really sympathize with any of the kids that he killed. Well, that Lucy killed in trying to stay alive with the poison thing that he gave Lucy. He really didn't care that those kids died. He just wanted Lucy to be okay, which is another aspect of Snow that we understand from the original series. Snow doesn't really care about anything or anybody. He only cares about his bottom line and what he deems important. He doesn't care about anything else. And so we kind of see that throughout this film. Even when he was trying to be a good guy. He did a lot of bad things. When they killed the mayor's daughter and then killed the boyfriend, he said, look, you're going to go out there, you're going to sing, and you're going to act like none of this happened. Even though he recognized he did something bad and he doesn't want it to, he just, his primary objective in that moment wasn't, I feel bad for what I've done. It was, we're going to clean this up and we're going to get away with it. And that's kind of the nature of Snow throughout the series. So we saw a lot of that. We saw the origination of that we see why he hates District 12. I mean, from the original series, you would have just thought that Snow just hated District 12 because, you know, that's kind of like the bottom tier of the districts. But he has a personal reason for not liking District 12 because Lucy's from there and everything that he dealt with in District 12. That we finally get a personable reason for why Snow does not like District 12. And again, just me putting myself in Snow's shoes, not supporting it, not agreeing with it, none of that. I could see why Snow hates District 12. I mean, granted, you know, he did it to himself. But I would understand. I'll just say that I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand. All right. We finally get a glimpse about his father. His father is kind of the root of it all, the Hunger Games, and we'll get the high bottom in a minute. But you know, constantly you kept hearing throughout the film, you remind me of your father. You remind me of your father. You do this like your father. And we find out through High Bottom that his father was a very manipulative guy, and you know, take advantage of people's generosity. That's something that we saw Snow do a lot of in this film. And yeah, we understand that this was something that was kind of passed down, or this was a side of him that came from his father that he just could not shake. It was almost kind of, he was kind of born this way. And you know, we just kind of get a glimpse of some background and pertaining to his family and all of that good stuff. So what was my next point? Father lying. That kind of goes to the manipulative part. We noticed that. Well, yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I think Snow did a really good job of so we all know the infamous quote that he told Katniss, we promise never to lie to each other. And Snow never lied in this. He played both sides of the fence. He was very manipulative, but he didn't lie. You know, even when Lucy asked him, I only know about 2 people that you've killed. Who's the third? And he said, my old self. While that was clearly a lie, you know, that is a lie. But I do think that was a true answer. I do think a part of him died. And I don't know. But he did lie in that. Now that I think about it, he did lie. I was about to say, I thought he did a great job of not lying and continuing that theme. But he did lie a couple of times, now that I think about it. But, you know. What else we got here? I would talk about Lucy, but I'll give her her own part. We see why he hates Mockingjays. We understand why the Mockingjay, not just the actual Mockingjay, but like the symbol and everything that it represents. We see why he hated it from the very first moment he saw Katniss. So we get some background on that. Like, he has a real, everything that was kind of like, you know, why in the original series, we got the context. We got the personal context, which I really appreciate. Mockingjays, always thinking he's better. That was also another theme in this. He really talked down about the other districts. He truly believed, and granted, it came from his family, his grandmam. His cousin, not so much. His cousin was pretty level-headed. Actually told him, look, you want Lucy to win, make her feel like you're one of them. Like, show that She's just a person, just like you are. But Grandmam, you could tell his father probably gave him a lot of that as well. Just a very superior frame of mind. He always kind of thought he was better than a lot of people. And we saw that a lot throughout the film. So we got some context to that. We understand why he's not above killing certain people and hurting certain people. He really believes that he is better than the districts and a lot of people. So we understood that. We got a glimpse of that. We saw the start of the poison. So we all know that poison was kind of his way of getting to the top and poisoning a lot of powerful people and just a lot of people in general. And you know, the whole Rose kind of not scenting but kind of holding in the blood of all the people we killed and all of that stuff. We kind of see where that started, and we see that poison, you know, that he gave the poison to Lucy Gray. We kind of see that poison is something that has always been a tactic for Snow in trying to get what he wants. And you know, the final quote of the movie, the things that we love will be the same things that destroyed us. And that was a quote that he told Katniss a lot in the original series, and now again we get some context to I'm wearing that word out. We get some context to why he said that and why he believes that, and he's absolutely right. I mean, from his own personal experience, while again it's his fault, we see why he says that, believes that, and you know, and all of that good stuff. So overall, I really enjoyed the acting. Let me get everybody's name here. I should have did this before the freaking film, but y'all know I'm so stupid. Tom, I'll stick with Tom. I don't want to mispronounce his last name. I think it's Blith, but I'm not sure. But Tom did a phenomenal job playing as young Snow. I think he killed it, honestly. I think he really embodied a young, impressionable young man trying to take care of the people he cares about, while also fighting a very complex nature of himself. I think Tom did a really good job of capturing that, and just great acting. Now let's go to, honestly, the star. I mean, honestly, Lucy is kind of the star of this, even though it's about Snow. Lucy really steals the show, played by Rachel Zegler. I hope I'm gonna stick with their first names, but I think Rachel did a phenomenal job playing Lucy Gray. She really made me love her from the first moment we saw her. Like, I just really loved Lucy Gray the whole film. Not a single moment that I was like, or did Lucy make me feel like I wouldn't like her. Like, she was great from beginning to end. So let's get into her character a bit. She's kind of the original Katniss. Well, not even kind of. She is the original Katniss. We saw a lot of similarities. We saw the bow. Not the hair, but we did see the infamous Katniss braid in this from the Covey. So we saw where that inspiration came from. But even certain mannerisms and her attitude, it was just very Katniss-ish. And so I really appreciated that, just kind of creating kind of a bridge between the series and the prequel. They, like, Lucy Gray is the original Katniss, the original not F the system, but you know, just I don't know, but it's just a great character. And Rachel Zegler did a phenomenal job. You know, all of the singing, the hanging tree song. So that was one question I had that I was like confused. The hanging tree song, which by the way, I don't know who wrote, and I'll find out afterwards. The writing and the songs, the soundtrack for this film was great. Really enjoyed it. But the hanging tree song, when she refers to the hanging tree, clearly she was talking about where they were. Was she talking about the hanging of his friend, or was she singing about the first hanging where the wife was crying, "You murderers, you murderer," and the dude said, "No, Lil," before he died? It was like, I just, the hanging tree, maybe she was just talking about, because everybody kind of screamed before they were lynched, so maybe she was talking about both. But the hanging tree song, and clearly it's about Snow. I don't know. Like, I was just a bit confused on who that song was really talking about. But again, I'm stupid. I'm sure y'all got the answers, but I was confused on that. What the hell happened to her? Again, I didn't read the book. So if this is one of those situations where I need to read the book, y'all let me know. But I want to know what the hell happened to her. I mean, you can't just... I mean, the guy who pretty much... I mean, the reason why Panem was what it was before, like, moving forward, and the Hunger Games was what it was moving forward, is because of Lucy. So you would just want to know what happened to the person that made Snow who he was, and who, I don't want to say revolutionized the Hunger Games, but again, she is the reason why Snow made the Hunger Games what it eventually became. We just want to know what happened to her. And again, she's just a main character. I want to know what the hell happened to her. Like, such an important person to just up and disappear, and to never really have closure to her story. I don't like that. I hate not having closure. And I know a lot of writers and producers love those type of stories where they kind of leave it open for your interpretation, but I don't like that. Give me the story. Like, you're giving me a whole new world, you're introducing these people into my life. I don't know. Only you know. Tell me what the hell happened. So, if y'all know the answer to that question, what the hell happened to Lucy Gray? That might be my number one question. What the hell happened to Lucy Gray? And to her as a character, her acting for, again, Rachel Zegler, phenomenal. I think they did a really good job of casting her. I don't know what her physical descriptions are in the book, but she was a very beautiful young lady, and had a certain presence every single time she was on the screen that you just had to admire. So I honestly thought I had a lot to say about Lucy, but I guess I kind of don't. But I really, really loved and appreciated her story and her character and everything about her. It was really, really interesting. And I think she was a lot smarter than Snow gave her credit for. As we saw towards the end, that whole scene in the forest where she was playing mind games with him and all of that stuff, we clearly see that she was a lot dangerous and a lot smarter than probably even us viewers gave her credit for. It's like, she was very smart. And I think she kind of knew that she couldn't trust Snow. Even though she really liked him clearly cared about him. But as she said, I could love you, but if I don't trust you, I can't do nothing with you. And I think that scene was very, very important. Like her love for him just couldn't overcome her lack of trust in him. And clearly Snow felt the same way. Like the fact that Snow felt the need to walk around with the gun when Lucy ran away. Clearly, and now we see why Snow has we see that even though Snow had game makers, he still kind of had his hands on everything. You could tell Snow learned to be very hands-on. Don't leave anything to anybody. Kind of keep things into your own hands. Even with the guns, I should have took care of the guns myself. I shouldn't have, you could tell he learned from this situation. I got to be hands-on. I got to have a firm grip on every single thing that moves, every single thing that happens. I feel like Lucy taught him that. That scene in the forest, that was probably the most unsettling part of the whole film. Out of everything that happened, like that was almost like that might have been my favorite scene. I'm not even gonna lie. What else we got here? I guess we could go ahead to High Bottom. Played by the great Peter Dinklage. I love him. He is great in everything that he does. The fact that him and Viola Davis was in this, oh my gosh. And he has such a presence. Like anytime he's on screen in anything, he just commands the screen. It's incredible. Even though he was really kind of like a side character. Even though we find out he plays a very pivotal role in the whole series. Even though he's not in the film that much, just very profound. Just a very profound person. So to his story, we find out about the origination of the Hunger Games. He wanted to come up with a punishment, for people who, he wanted to come up with an idea for a punishment that would make people regret ever doing what they did. I think he said he was in a drunk haze. Did he say he was drunk or he was asleep? He had a dream about it, or he had I forgot exactly what he said. Did he say I had a dream? Or I thought about it when I was drunk? I forgot what he said, but we find out that he originated the idea. Snow's father took the idea. Another theme that we saw in the film. His father kind of got the fame for creating the Hunger Games when it was really High Bottom's idea. And so we see why he hated Snow. But I'm one of those people, and this is why I was still, even though we found out that he was technically a good guy, I don't like making the sons pay for the sins of their fathers. I don't like that. I hate when people are rude just because my father did something to you. Don't be rude to me. Like, I just hate, like that's a terrible way to live. To just be rude to people because of who their father was or because of who they were related to. Like, I hate that. That's why I was still kind of pulling for his demise. But again, we found out that he was a good guy. He wanted to end the games. Never really wanted the games to start. Again, it was just kind of an idea. And, High Bottom. Clearly he had some sort of alcohol. He was an alcoholic, basically. Couldn't even teach a class without drinking. And Snow took advantage of that and killed him. Very sad. Very sad. Because kind of in a lot of ways he kind of reminds you of Severus Snape in Harry Potter. Whereas like he's just such a dick. You hate him the whole time, but he's really a good guy. But he's just one of those good guys who kind kind of was dealt the short hand in life, no pun intended. And because of that, they kind of just go about life with just this negativity and just this negative aura, when in all actuality, they're really good people and actually fighting for a good cause. But just because of who they are, how they come across. That's why I tell people all the time, your energy is very important. You could be the greatest guy in the world, but if you just come across unlikable, I personally, I won't deal with you, you know. So that's why I was cheering for his demise. But it's a sad story because he was a good guy and everything. So shout out to High Bottom. But I mean, if I was Snow, you telling me you're gonna evict my family and I'm not gonna get paid and I'm working my butt off and you're not even gonna give me my credit, I would kill you too. I would kill you too. Even if Snow didn't turn into a bad guy, just for being such a dick to me and my family, I would kill you too. So, just to say that. But, yeah, that's all I got for High Bottom. Dr. Gall, Viola Davis. Look, she's technically she's a villain. I love her. I love Dr. Gall. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's Viola Davis. I love Dr. Gall. Again, she's fighting for the Capitol. She's fighting for self-preservation and for a reputation. And we see, again, she took Snow under her wing. So we see a lot of the similarities between her and Snow and how Snow went about, you know, his tenure as president. Man, Dr. Gall, man, again, Viola Davis is one of the queens of Hollywood, honestly. I can't give you a film, I can't give you a character that Viola Davis has failed in. She is truly a queen. I put her up there with the Meryl Streeps, with the Angelina Jolies, with whoever you consider great actresses. I put her great actors, period, male or female. I put Viola Davis up there. She is incredible. To her character, again, I kind of like her. So we find out the whole film that she was really just testing Snow. She has a liking for the Snow family because Snow, his father, gave her the Hunger Games idea. So clearly she has some sort of affection for the Snow family. And so the whole film, she's kind of testing. She knows that the Snow family comes up with great ideas. Now, she's wrong about the father. The father stole the idea, but Cornelius actually came up with great ideas. So in her mind, she's probably thinking, wow, the Snows are just this brilliant family that if I can just kind of keep them giving me ideas, we're going to turn the Capitol. We're going to make the Capitol the greatest thing ever. So she clearly has an affection for the Snow family, took a liking to Snow, was testing him the entire film. And she's honestly, she's the only person who really made Snow feel like, I don't know, like she gave him positive reinforcement a lot. Let him know when he did something good. Like everybody, even when Snow was kind of doing good things, they would kind of give him shit about it. Dr. Gall was the only one that would really like give him a pat on the back, which is probably why he felt such a self-assurance in the Capitol and in the people of the Capitol, because they actually made him feel good even when he was doing bad things, you know. So I think that was another element to Dr. Gall. What else? Teaching Snow. You can clearly tell that she taught Snow control the narrative. You know, when the games was kind of getting a little wacky and they were crying over each other, he said, get in there. Like, she clearly taught Snow how to control the narrative. You know, as we saw in the original series, him controlling the news, controlling the people at the Capitol by making them feel a certain way and thinking certain things. You could tell that's something that Snow got from Gaul, right? And yeah, I really enjoyed Dr. Gaul. Again, terrible character as a person, but Viola Davis, again, the facial expressions. Even when Viola Davis wasn't saying anything, like when they were telling, get Lucy out of there, when the snakes were starting to cover Lucy, and Snow was like, she won, get her out of there. They won a winner. Even when Snow was even when Gaul was just standing there, just looking at the screen, like, just those simple facial expressions. Incredible. Love Viola Davis. And I guess we could talk about, Sejanus, very sad. Just a very sad story. A guy that wanted to do good, but was just manipulated by everybody. He was manipulated by the districts. He was manipulated by his best friend. He was manipulated by his father and his family. Everybody just kind of manipulated him, and he just wanted to do good things. I got a bit frustrated with him because I'm like, look, you got to pick a side. Like, you can't, it's almost like one of them situations when people will be like, yeah, I'm a self-made person. I do this and I do that. But you kind of, you were born into a rich family, and it's like, but I'm self-made. I did this, I did that. But it's like, you're technically not. Like, you got daddy's money. Daddy can kind of clean up your mistakes. And you eventually just come running back when things don't go right. But you want to be for the people. If you're going to be for the people, you got to go all the way. You can't half-ass it. And I felt like Sejanus, again, his heart was in the right place, but I don't think he had a clear, not a clear objective, but just a plan of what he wanted to do, how he wanted to do it. You can see with Snow, right? Snow, even when he was kind of in between good and evil, he had a plan. I'm going to do this, and this is what I want to happen. This is what I want to come out of it. And he went about going about it, and he did it however he had to do it, right? Goal-driven, got it done. Sejanus was kind of, it's like, it gets frustrating. That's one thing about me. Even if you're a bad guy, I appreciate a firm, just go for it. Do whatever you're going to do. If you're going to be a bad guy, be a bad guy. But be all the way with it. Go all the way. You know what I mean? Yes, I am one of those people who cheer for villains sometimes. I do. I do like a film every now and then where the bad guy kind of comes out on top. Not just, it's a story. I like good stories. But yeah, Sejanus is just a real sad story. Yeah. And you feel bad for him that he went out the way that he went. But that's kind of what happens when you gotta pick a side and understand that once you pick that side, this is what comes with making that decision. And it just didn't seem like he understood that, so we could talk about a bunch of the characters. We could talk about the victors, and I think all of them phenomenal acting. The cousin, grandmam, they both kind of represented both sides of Snow. The cousin, the good, grandmam, the bad. Trying to think of everybody. A lot of his friends in school, you can see You know, a lot of the narratives that they kind of planted in his mind. And yeah, to the film itself, the production was great. Cinematography was great. Makeup, the costumes were great. Again, in efforts to kind of make it look retro-y, considering that this is like 40 or 50 years before the original series, I think they did a pretty good job of that. Great locations. Nothing felt green screenish. Like sometimes you can just kind of see when something's on green screen. Didn't feel that at all. Everything kind of felt good. Who directed it, by the way? I don't even think I got the director's name. Let's see here. Francis Lawrence. Is Francis the person who did the original series? Sure did. Francis Lawrence. So Francis Lawrence clearly has a good idea of the Hunger Games and how it should look, how it should feel, how it should move. Did a really good job. Again, 8.5. I just can't put it over Catching Fire. But I can put it over Mockingjay 1 and 2, and I can't put it over the first one, even though I love the first. I love all of them. Love all of them, but Catching Fire is still the one. It's still the one, man. But great film, great storytelling. I don't know if another one's coming out. Y'all would have to let me know. Are there any more books? And please let me know what happened to Lucy Gray. But I kind of, this is already a long video, and I'm going to wrap it up. But I still got so many questions. But y'all let me know how y'all felt about it. Did you see it in theaters? Are you just now watching it? Let me know how you felt about the characters. Did this film... Do you have a different perspective of Snow after seeing this? How do you feel about just when you see what he could have been and what he eventually became? Like how does it make you feel? Give me some of the... I'm sure a lot of y'all read the books. Give me some of the big details that were left out of the film that were in the books. Again, let me know what happened to Lucy Gray. I'm dying to know. And yeah, just let me know how you felt about the film. Let me know what you would rate it from a scale of 1 to 10. Give me what you would rate it. And if you could, matter of fact, better yet, do this. Rank the film from the original series. So my ranking is Catching Fire 1. I might do Hunger Games, the first one too. I might do this 3. I'm not gonna lie. I might do this 3. And then Mockingjay 2. And then Mockingjay 1. I think that's my order. I might have to go back and watch them again, but I think that's my order. So y'all give me y'all ranking, alright? And then as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And then let me know if I should check out, I'm back into movies now, so let me know what other movies I should check out. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, peace.